Our next guest has a really cool service to offer. Guaranteed, most of us, if not all, could benefit from. I know I personally can. Let's welcome to the show Mel from De-Cluttering Spaces.
Hi,
How
Brian.
you doing?
Wonderful, Brian. Thanks so much for having me.
Yeah, it's safe to say that all of us, or most of us, could benefit from your services.
Yeah, I think 1 in 4 U.S. households has a clutter problem. I think there's a survey out there.
1 in 4, interesting. All right, so who are you? Let's introduce you to the Valley.
Well, I'm Mel Robertson. You've said that. I'm the Desert's De-Clutter expert, and I actually help people get free from clutter, physical, mental, and emotional, so they can make space for the magic to happen and experience happiness and abundance in every area of their life. Because it's our birthright to be happy and abundant in every area of our life. And it's my belief that clutter is anything that keeps you from accessing that birthright.
So there's several layers to what you do.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
much more than just a declutter expert.
Yes, much more than one of those organizers. I actually help people
I'm glad you said that.
What
makes you different from an organizer?
What I do is what sets me apart is I really teach my clients how to bring their presence to their lives one item at a time, because really clutter accumulates because of our unwillingness to bring our presence to it and actually look at it. And the outside is just a mirror of the inside. There's a principle, as above, so below. Well, as within, so without. And so the inside changes the outside. The outside is just a mirror. So if you do the work inside, the outside will change itself effortlessly without having to try to force it.
Gotcha. So a big part of this is the mental. Yeah. Not so much the physical. Wow. All right, I'm learning. I need you.
Most people want to start with the physical, and so that's where I start with people. That other piece comes along the way. My very first client, who is still with me 6 years later, it took her 4 years before she was ready to even come into a coaching piece with me. Just having me come into her home working on the physical clutter, it took her 4 years to get to the place where she was ready to work on another level with me, and now she's ready to graduate in her 6th year.
And she probably praises you daily.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, all right. So what made you decide to get into this business?
I actually got an opportunity. I got 6 months off to figure out what I wanted to be when I grew up. And at that point in my life, I had figured I'm really good at creating order out of chaos. I love organizing, and my background is in energy healing and mindfulness and yoga. And so I can hold really big, safe space for people. And I was watching the show Hoarders, actually, and was horrified when they would remove the stuff that someone had accumulated over all these years in a 4-day period, basically tearing down their walls of defense, leaving them exposed, recording the show, and then when they leave, the clutter comes back worse than it was before. So that made me have the desire to create a company that would help people get to the root of the clutter so that it wouldn't keep coming back, and they could access their birthright of being happy and abundant in every area of their life. Wow.
I actually follow that show, and you're right. It's just like a Band-Aid ripped off. And where's the real work?
And unfortunately, the people that are on that show are in a bind. They have to do something because the neighbors, you know, they don't have a choice.
Or the city.
So the show's paying for it at least. But I mean, it just made me have this desire to actually help people before they get to that point.
Gotcha. All right. Let's spell out the services that you actually offer to the viewers.
Yeah, so I absolutely will come in home and work with you in your space, in your storage unit, in your office. But I also do a combined program where we're working together on the physical, and I'm coaching you. And then if you're at the place where you don't need me to come in your home anymore, I just coach you and offer accountability coaching as well.
This is over the phone?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you offer any special rates or breaks for nonprofits or senior citizens?
Yeah, so nonprofits and senior citizens that are on a fixed income like Social Security and they're not doing well, I always offer 50% off my hourly rate for nonprofits and seniors. Yeah,
half off. That's a huge savings.
Yeah, absolutely.
What do you, all right, I want to get you back on because I want to talk more about the psychosis side of this, or the mental rather. As I get a little tongue-tied. But that's what I want to bring you back to talk about, because there's more we got to dig in on this. All right, everybody, the information's on your screen right there. If you're considering getting better organized, you know who to call. Mention Desert Living and get 3 hours of in-person decluttering for $99 to $156 saving. Private link is right there on your screen. And a big thanks to Mel. We'll see you in just a moment.